Module 1, Foundations of Internal Control in Hospitality Administration. Introduction. Welcome to Module 1 of the course Internal Control in Hospitality Administration 2. In this module, we will explore the foundational elements of internal control systems as they apply specifically to the hospitality industry. We'll examine the general features of internal control systems, the role and relationships of internal auditors, techniques of recording in hospitality operations, and challenges often faced when implementing effective internal control systems. Internal control is essential for ensuring accountability, financial integrity, and operational efficiency within hospitality organizations. Hotels, resorts, and other hospitality establishments deal with high volumes of transactions involving cash, stock, and services, which makes them susceptible to errors, fraud, and mismanagement. A well-designed internal control system helps to prevent or detect these irregularities in a timely manner. 1. General features of internal control systems. An internal control system refers to a set of processes, policies, and procedures implemented by management to ensure the reliability of financial reporting, compliance with laws and regulations, safeguarding of assets, and effectiveness and efficiency of operations. The key features of a robust internal control system in the hospitality industry include the following. Segregation of duties. This involves dividing responsibilities among different employees to reduce the risk of error or fraud. For instance, the person who approves expenses should not be the same person who processes payments. Authorization and approval procedures. All transactions should require authorization by appropriate personnel. This ensures that actions taken are in line with management policies. Documentation and record keeping. All transactions and operations must be properly documented. Accurate records provide evidence of what has taken place and support accountability. Physical safeguards. This includes measures to protect assets like cash, inventory, and equipment from theft or damage. Examples are log storage, security personnel, and access control systems. Independent checks. Periodic reviews and audits should be carried out by internal or external auditors to verify the effectiveness of internal controls. Management oversight. Top management must be actively involved in monitoring and reviewing the control systems and making adjustments where necessary. These features are not isolated, they work together as a cohesive system to ensure that operations run smoothly and risks are minimized. 2. Internal audit in hospitality administration. Internal audit is an independent, objective assurance and consulting activity designed to add value and improve an organization's operations. In the hospitality industry, the internal audit function is crucial for maintaining operational efficiency and financial accuracy. The key objectives of internal audit in hospitality administration include evaluating the effectiveness of internal controls, ensuring compliance with established policies and procedures, identifying risks and recommending mitigation strategies, preventing fraud and financial misstatements, improving operational performance and cost-effectiveness. Internal auditors play a pivotal role by regularly reviewing the organization's activities and reporting their findings to management. They assess whether the internal control systems are operating as intended and propose necessary improvements. 3. Relationship between internal auditors and other departments. A healthy relationship between the internal auditor and other departments is critical for the success of the internal control system. Although internal auditors must remain independent and objective, they need cooperation from other staff members to carry out their functions effectively. Key aspects of this relationship include trust and cooperation. Departments must understand that internal audits are not about fault-finding but about improvement and risk management. Building trust facilitates the free flow of information. Communication. Clear and open communication channels between auditors and department heads ensure that audit findings and recommendations are well understood and implemented. Accessibility. Auditors should have unrestricted access to all relevant documents, records, and personnel required for their evaluations. Training and awareness. Internal auditors often educate staff on the importance of internal controls, thereby building a culture of accountability and compliance. By working collaboratively, internal auditors and department personnel ensure that the organization runs efficiently and meets its strategic objectives. 4. Techniques of recording in hospitality administration. Recording techniques refer to the systems and tools used to document transactions and operations within hospitality establishments. Accurate and timely recording is vital to effective internal control and overall business management. Common recording techniques used in hospitality administration include manual recording. Although increasingly outdated, some small establishments still use handwritten records such as logbooks, registers, and ledgers to document transactions. Point of sale systems. These electronic systems capture real-time data on sales, inventory, and customer transactions. They are integrated with back-office systems to ensure consistency. Reservation and booking systems. Hotels use property management software to record guest bookings, check-ins, check-outs, and billing details. Inventory management systems. These systems help track the flow of stock from suppliers to stores to departments. They are critical for monitoring usage, reducing waste, and controlling cost. Accounting software. Digital tools such as enterprise resource planning systems integrate financial transactions including payroll, expenses, and billing. Proper recording provides a basis for financial analysis, operational audits, and strategic decision-making. It also supports compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. 5. Problems of internal control systems in hospitality administration. Despite the importance of internal control systems, several challenges hinder their effectiveness in the hospitality industry. These problems include high staff turnover. The hospitality industry often experiences high employee turnover, which can disrupt continuity in internal control practices and necessitate frequent retraining. Limited resources. Smaller establishments may lack the resources to implement comprehensive internal control systems or employ full-time internal auditors. Complexity of operations. The wide range of services offered, accommodation, food and beverage, recreation, makes it challenging to monitor all activities effectively. Resistance to change. Employees and even some managers may resist changes in procedures or the introduction of new control mechanisms. Ineffective communication. Poor communication between departments or with management can lead to misunderstandings, errors, or non-compliance with control procedures. Technological limitations. Outdated systems may be prone to errors, lack integration, or be vulnerable to cyber threats. Overcoming these challenges requires strong leadership commitment, ongoing training, investment in technology, and regular reviews of internal control systems. Conclusion. In this module, we have examined the foundational elements of internal control systems in hospitality administration. We explored their general features, the role of internal audits, how internal auditors relate with other departments, various techniques of recording operations, and common problems that affect the effectiveness of internal controls. Understanding these aspects is crucial for anyone aiming to manage or audit a hospitality organization successfully. Internal controls are not merely about compliance, they are strategic tools that protect assets, enhance efficiency, and support informed decision-making. Each anticoagulant must be used correctly to prevent alterations in test results. 8. Principles and components of hematological stains. Staining is necessary for examining blood cells under a microscope. Romanowsky stains are the most commonly used stains in hematology, including Wright stain, Giemsa stain, and Leishman stain. These stains typically contain eosine and an acidic dye, and methylene blue, the basic dye, which color cell components according to their chemical nature. These stains highlight cellular details such as nuclei, granules, and cytoplasm, aiding in the identification of normal and abnormal cells. 9. Simple tests used in blood coagulation. Several basic tests are used to assess coagulation. Bleeding time measures the time taken for bleeding to stop after a small skin incision. Clotting time determines the time it takes for a clot to form in a test tube. Prothrombin time, PT, evaluates the extrinsic pathway of the coagulation cascade. Activated partial thromboplastin time, APTT, assesses the intrinsic and common coagulation pathways. These tests help identify clotting disorders and monitor anticoagulant therapy. 10. Blood films, normal and abnormal. Blood film preparation involves spreading a drop of blood on a glass slide and staining it for microscopic examination. A normal blood film shows evenly spaced red cells with central pallor, varying white cell types, and a few platelets. Abnormal blood films may reveal anisocytosis, variation in cell size; poikilocytosis, variation in cell shape; hypochromia, pale red cells; presence of immature or abnormal cells, e.g., blast in leukemia. Blood films are crucial for diagnosing a wide range of hematological conditions. 11. Identification of normal and abnormal blood cells. Recognizing blood cell morphology is essential in clinical diagnostics. Normal red cells are round, biconcave, and uniformly stained with a pale center. Abnormal red cells include sickle cells, spherocytes, schistocytes. White cells may show increased immature forms, e.g., bound cells in infection. Abnormal forms, e.g., blast cells in leukemia. Platelets may be increased, reduced, or morphologically abnormal in various disorders. 12. Theory and application of hematology procedures. Hematology procedures are both diagnostic and monitoring tools. These include complete blood count, CBC, respiratory count, erythrocyte sedimentation rate, ESR, bone marrow examination. Each test must be properly prepared, performed, and interpreted in light of clinical symptoms. 13. Theory and mechanisms of hemostasis. As mentioned earlier, hemostasis is a multifaceted process. Beyond basic understanding, it includes intrinsic and extrinsic coagulation pathways, role of coagulation factors, regulation of clot formation and dissolution. Disorders like hemophilia, thrombocytopenia, and disseminated intravascular coagulation arise from defects in the hemostatic process. 14. Transition to bacteriology, historical perspectives. Let us now move into bacteriology. The history of bacteriology is marked by key discoveries. In the 17th century, Antony van Leeuwenhoek was the first to observe microorganisms using a simple microscope. In the 19th century, Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch established the germ theory of disease, showing that microorganisms cause specific illnesses. The development of staining techniques and culture methods revolutionized bacteriology. These discoveries paved the way for the control and treatment of infectious diseases. 15. Discovery of microorganisms. Microorganisms were initially discovered through simple magnifying lenses. The invention of compound microscopes allowed for better visualization and classification of bacteria. The development of solid culture media by Koch enabled the isolation of pure bacterial colonies, which was instrumental in linking specific microbes to specific diseases. 16. Definition and scope of bacteriology. Bacteriology is the branch of microbiology that deals specifically with bacteria, their structure, function, classification, growth, and role in disease. It includes medical bacteriology, study of disease-causing bacteria, industrial bacteriology, use of bacteria in processes like fermentation, and environmental bacteriology, study of bacteria in ecosystems. Bacteriology is essential in diagnostics, epidemiology, pharmaceutical development, and public health. 17. Morphology and structure of bacteria. Bacteria come in a variety of shapes and arrangements, which are crucial for their classification. Shapes include cocci, spherical, bacilli, rod-shaped, spirilla, spiral, and vibrio, comma-shaped. Arrangements include diplococci, streptococci, staphylococci, etc. Structural components include external structures, flagella, motility, pili, and attachment, capsules, protection. Cell wall provides rigidity and protects against osmotic pressure. Its composition determines gram-positive or gram-negative classification. Internal structures: cytoplasm, nucleoid, DNA region, ribosomes, and plasmids.